Hi friends, happy Monday. I'm Jody and I'm back with another tutorial, and we're going to make a bracelet from Sam's Bead Box Berries and Wine for June 2024. And I collected a few things from there and a couple items from my own stash too to go along with it. So I will go ahead and tell you guys all about it when I flip you around. But first I want to say, so look at my hair. So I want to tell you how my Monday started out. So I like to take my showers at night and wash my hair at night, and then that gives me a chance in the morning to not have to get up as early to take a shower, dry my hair, all that stuff, right? And I usually go to bed with wet hair. I know people say don't go to bed with wet hair, but you know what? I do it. It's like slightly damp by the time I go to bed. Anyway, so I take my shower last night, I wash my hair, and I go into my upstairs bathroom where my stuff is, and I go to put my like anti-frizz product on my hair because I have naturally curly wavy hair and it gets really frizzy, especially in the humidity. And I also have a product that's called hair oil, and I only use it on my ends. That's what it's meant for. It's for my ends, and it just helps smooth out my ends a little bit, and it also helps protect them a little bit when I straighten it or curl it or whatever. So both bottles look very similar, and I wasn't really paying attention. So I take my product and I put a little bit in my hand, like a dime size amount, rub it all in, and start with my ends and work my way up like I normally do. And then I combed through my hair and pulled my hair back in like a loose scrunchy pony and or bun, and I went to bed, and I woke up in the morning and my hair, when I took it down, was like oily. I'm like, huh, well that's weird. And I look at this at the counter, the sink where I had put my stuff after I was done using it, and I'm like, oh no. So I had put hair oil throughout my whole hair and now it's like not great. It's kind of gross. So I wore my hair up like this today in the hopes that nobody would notice. I didn't have time to wash it this morning before I left for work, so I was like, eh. And my boss told me, she's like, yeah, it doesn't look greasy or anything. I'm like, but it feels disgusting. So I'm just like, it feels really heavy. So as soon as I get off here, I'm gonna wash my hair, take a shower, wash my hair, and I'm gonna make sure I read the label before I put it on my head. So there's my start to the day, my little funny for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it made my Monday start off a little strange. We got through the day though, it's all good. We're here, and I haven't even touched my jewelry room for like 5 days. Like there's just piles of stuff in here right now because I've gotten mail, I've gotten all kinds of stuff, and I haven't even been able to sit down. The wedding is this coming Saturday, and I'm super busy. But I needed, excuse me, I got hiccups. I needed some time to sit at my mat and make something pretty because I just needed that little escape. And I'll tell you about my weekend as we bead. All right, guys, I'll be right back. Okay, so first I'll tell you what I have for my stash here. So of course I have some bead string and wire, which is about 13 inches of the satin gold Bead bead string and wire. I have some spacers for my stash. I have these really cute bead caps that we're going to use for the ends of our bracelet. I also have all my other little odds and ends that we're going to need today. Your crimp tubes, wire guardians, jump rings, clasp, a couple head pins. I am using the Tiger Eye smooth rounds, and these are 10.5 millimeter in size. So we're going to use some of those today. We're going to use one of the check glass daisy heart, the purple daisy heart. Probably going to use only one of these little check glass flowers today, but I cut the whole strand and just dumped them in here. We have the garnet chips. We're going to use some of these today, and these are really, really pretty. The camera does zero justice to these little chips. They're beautiful. And then we also have the andesine faceted rounds. We're going to need some of those today, not very many probably. But then we also have the check glass rounds in Celsian. All right, so that's what we have. So now if you don't get Sam's Bead Box, don't be discouraged, okay? Like if you're in a demographic where you cannot get this box, I understand, I completely understand. Go through your stash, find the same sizes and, you know, of things that we're using here. I'm sure you probably have some similar items in your box that you can make this bracelet with as well. And, you know, it's not really so much about making it all the time with these certain beads. It's just a demonstration of what you can do with different beads, different shapes and sizes. But if you are in the area where you can get the Sam's Bead Box, you can click on the link in my notes and you'll save, use craft and you'll save $5 off your first box. So you have a couple options there. So long before I got any boxes at all, I just wrote down what sizes whoever I was watching was using, and I just created my own from, you know, their design, and it always worked out really great. So you know, you can definitely do it that way. All right, so now we're just going to take out some of these. Not really sure how many we're going to need right now at this moment. But I absolutely love all these colors together. They're so beautiful. And somebody pointed out to me on the last video, and you know, I always forget about the color wheel. And you know, that, you know, if you look at the color wheel, you can see what goes with, what is a good accent color for another color. There's all kinds of great things. And honestly, like I kind of feel like going to like, you know, the store and finding one of those old school color wheels that you can, do you remember those in school where you can turn it and it would tell you like what colors go with what? I love those. Those were so cool. Okay, so we're going to make a bracelet, and it's going to be a single strand bracelet. We're going to use these to contain all the beads. And I have Cheeto wanting to come in. Hold on one second, guys. Come on in, Cheeto. Where'd your box go? Huh? Did someone take your box? All right. So he wants to be my mom. Okay, so we got a couple crimp tubes out and a couple wire guardians here. Let me just pull those out. All right, so oh, he found his big wood bead that I let him have, and he's gonna play with his beads too at the same time. So the first thing I wanna do is I want to go ahead and close off one of these ends. So let's just put our, oh, my nail polish is coming off. Let's just put our crimp tube on now and our wire guardian. There we go. So Friday, what did I do Friday? Oh, we went grocery shopping Friday evening. And by the time we were done with all that, I was tired and I didn't feel like doing anything else. So I just kind of lounged on the couch with Shane and we watched TV, and actually went to bed somewhat early because I was so tired. And then Saturday, we left the house around 2 o'clock to head down to Pine Knob, which is in Clarkston or Clarksville. Anyway, it's near like Detroit area. So we went down there for a concert, if you don't know where it's at. And we saw, it was foreigner concert. It's an outdoor venue, and the openers were John Waite, and he did a couple of his songs from the 80s, but he also did, he was in a couple different bands. He was in a band called The Babies, which I wasn't familiar with, but Shane knew. And he was also in a band called Bad English, which I'm familiar with. I know who they are. So he did some songs from those. And then the second opener was Styx, which is an all-time favorite of mine. I'm telling you, if you like Styx and you've never seen them in concert, you need to try to go see them because they put on a heck of a show. Really great show. All right, so what I'm doing here is I put on one of those little 4mm Celsian check glass beads on the end here. And why I did that is because this hole is probably big enough where it would slide through my crimp tube. So we'll go ahead and let me cut some of the string off though first, so that doesn't like cause any issues. Okay, let's put our bead cap on. We're putting that so it's facing towards the bracelet. And then let's do one of these big, beautiful beads, just like that, okay? And then what we're going to do is we are going to let's do another one of those. Let's get 2 of those by each other there, okay? So just like that. Then I want to use one of these gold spacers. We're going to put on some of these beautiful garnet nuggets. They're just so pretty. And I'm not picking out any certain sizes. I'm just kind of grabbing them from the pile and just feeding them right onto the string, like so. And let's see, we have 5 on there right now. Oh my goodness. Here's 6. There's 7. So let's do 7, and then let's do one of these gold spacers. So just like that. And then I want to use one of these little beauties down here. And then we're going to stop for a second, okay? Because I want to hang my little like charms, my little beads from like inside the bracelet, okay? So we're going to get one of our little head pins out here. We can feed our little heart right on. And we're going to do a wire wrap, but let me go ahead and put one of these cute little beads on here first, because I like it'll just stay a little more even when you go to do your loop. Grab my round nose pliers. So then Sunday was Father's Day. Shane got up, he opened his Father's Day gifts, and I went over to my mom so I could bring my brother his Father's Day card. I talked to my dad on the phone, and then we went over to Shane's dad's to celebrate Father's Day with him. And so I know I told you guys like a couple years ago he had cancer in his colon and in his liver, and they were able to fight that, and he was doing so well. And you know, of course, he has to go back to his doctor, you know, for cancer like every couple months or every month or something like that. And they were looking at a couple different things. So they found a spot on his lungs, a small spot, and they're like, okay, so they found that one, and they found another one, and I can't remember where they found the other one. The other spot actually came back that it was fine. It wasn't cancer, everything was fine. So we were still waiting for the biopsy from the one in his lung, and it came back as cancer. So he started his first round of chemotherapy today for that. He seemed like he was in really good spirits. So they said it's small, so they're going to go at it for 6 weeks worth of chemotherapy and see if they can get it to shrink, you know, and then that way, you know, hopefully they can get rid of it that way. If not, there are other things they can do, of course, but we're just praying that, you know, chemotherapy works wonders, and you know, God can, you know, put his healing hand on our father-in-law, my father-in-law, Shane's dad, and make him better. So if you guys could, you know, keep him in your thoughts and prayers, and you know that everything turns out well for him, and that he can stay healthy through this whole process as well, because you know, I know you can get worn down so easy you know, and we're all trying to be really careful. And if any of us are feeling like anything, you know, over the next, like, you know, 6 weeks or more, you know, we won't go over there and see him or anything like that. We don't want to put his health in jeopardy at all. So, but yeah, just if you could say a little prayer for our family, it would be appreciated. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this one too. We had a really bad storm here last night. When I left the house this morning, there were so many trees down in our neighborhood. It was crazy. And there was some flooding in different areas and everything. And honestly, like, I heard the storm a little bit last night, but I'm such a heavy sleeper that I don't hear like anything. Like, people actually have to come over by me, touch me to wake me up. Like, I don't hear anything in my sleep, which is so dangerous, I'm sure, but that's just who I am. I don't hear anything. The only things I ever heard was when my children were small or babies. I could, you know, my ex-husband used to say, you know, that one of them could toot in their sleep, you know, 2 blocks away, and I'd hear it and go running. And it's so true. Like, I heard everything. So, but now I don't, you know, I don't hear anything. All right. So there's our other little one. It's gonna look cute. This is gonna be a cute bracelet. But then now I think I wanna finish it off with the bigger, well, maybe let's do one more little bunch and do the more big beads there. Okay. So it was a busy weekend, and we're going to have a busy weekend coming up. I'm off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of course, but Friday we're going out to help the kids get ready for the wedding. They're having it at a really nice venue, like about 45 minutes away from here. So, and then we have a rehearsal dinner that night, and then the wedding is the next day, and you know, it's going to go by really fast, and it's going to be beautiful, and I'm so excited to see those two get married. It's going to be so nice. All right, so we have that, and now let's go ahead and string on some of these big beauties again. Okay, and then let's see where we're at with this, because I want to finish it off with the bigger beads, but I don't really know how many more I'll need. Okay, so probably a few more. I think maybe these 2, and then that should be good. But I want to do a spacer in between these. Oh yeah, that's gonna be just about perfect. All right, so then let's put our bead cap on. And you know what, since we probably have time, I think I'm gonna do a pair of earrings too while we're at it. Might as well take the time to do that while we're making a bracelet too. All right, so there's that. And let's do the same thing that we did on this side. Let's put this little guy on there, and find my crimp tube and my wire guardian. And I think we're going to go ahead and just string our lobster clasp right on here. Whoop. There we go. sure the gravity is working on that. Make sure I don't have my wires crossed. Nope, that's crossed. Sometimes it's hard to see. Oh, there, we got it now. See in that bead and see how my wires are looking. There we go. We can trim that right off. And then let's get our jump ring. We can put our jump ring on there. Okay, and there is our cute little bracelet. Got a couple little dangles hanging from it, and it's actually thinner on like the focal area than it is on the sides, which I think I like this. It's kind of like a cut off asymmetrical in a way. It'll probably look even cuter on, but let's go ahead and get everything ready for the pair of earrings I want to make. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. So what I have here is I am using 2 of the flowers. I was going to use the purple hearts, but then I thought no, because, well, I don't know. Anyway, I have 2 of those. I have 2 of these. I want to use 2 that are very similar though. 2 of these tiger eye beads. Maybe we'll use those 2. I have the garnets, the andesite and the check glass beads. And we also have, I have 2 pieces of small gold curb chain, which is about 4 1/4 inches. And we're going to also use some of the gold bead stringing wire. Oh, I'm tangled. Okay. Let me figure this out, you guys. All right, so we're gonna cut off a couple of these too, and I want these to be just a little bit longer because I need to, of course, close off the ends. So let's cut these a little bit longer, and then I will measure it for you so you know how long of a length I'm using. But we're gonna need 2 identical pieces of that. All right, let me put those down for a second. I am using a couple of these. They're you can use them for bracelets, necklaces. You can do like 5 as a link. You could do like 5 strands, or you can use them as chandelier, earring chandeliers. So that's what I'm using them for. And I got them on Amazon. It was through Panda Hall though. Like they are independent seller on Amazon for some of their products. So I got them through there. I'm gonna need 4 crimp tubes. Oop. And I will put the link in the notes where you can find those on Amazon. But they come in a package like this, and it gives you can get 4 colors, and they're all the 5 lengths. Unless there are smaller ones in here, maybe. There's like a little random bead in here. It's like a really little random bead in here. What is that? Anyway, so they're all like the 5 link ones. And you can get the 4 different colors. And I believe it was like $14.99. So it wasn't really bad. You get quite a few in here. So I will definitely link that for you so you can grab a hold of those. And we're also going to need some jump rings, some tiny jump rings. So let me grab those really fast. And head pins and eye pins. Oh no, we don't need head pins. We need head pins, not eye pins. All right. So we need some like 4 teeny tiny gold jump rings. So I'm just gonna dig 4 out. if we need more, I'll keep it here beside me so that we can use them. Okay. All right, so this is what we're doing. We're going to be beading these, and they're going to hang from here, and they're going to hang on the outside while the chain is hanging from the inside. So the chain is going to be our longest. It should be our second longest. These are going to be long earrings, you guys. So it's going to hang like this. Okay. And they're going to almost be almost the same length. So they're kind of like touch each other a little bit. And then we're going to hang the flower, or the, yeah, probably the flower in the middle there. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so let's just do our beaded sections first. And so how we're going to do that is we're just going to act like we're going to bead like a bracelet or a necklace. And except for we're not going to use the wire guardians, we're just going to leave it as the gold stringing wire. And now you can't put them directly on, but I'm wondering how that would be if I was trying to do the end of it. You know what? It doesn't hurt to try it. Let's see. And if I had to cut my chain a little bit shorter, I will. It's not a big deal. So I had a couple scraps. I just had to trim up the ends before I laid them out here, just to kind of make them even. So they were in my little chain scrap pile. So, all right. So let's just squeeze that right onto there. Okay. All right, so that's on there. And now we can start beading this. So let's start with one of these really pretty ones here. Let's do a couple, like 3. And then let's put on, see if I can grab some colors that are, I'm not going to be really too worried about these colors. Like if they're not perfectly matching from one earring to the next, it's going to be okay. I actually will like it like that. I think it'll look really pretty. So let's do some of these. And we can make this shorter. It doesn't have to be that long. Like I said, I just pulled what I had, and if I wanted to make really long earrings, and I had everything that I needed to make them really long, but maybe we'll just make them a tad bit shorter, just so that you guys can see how short we're making them. So maybe about this length here. So let's go ahead, and I want to fill the bottom of this with the garnets. I just want a bunch of garnets. I want it dripping with garnets. Oh, we're getting some more rain again. The humidity was super high because of the storm that came through last night, so it's been pretty muggy today. Pretty muggy for Michigan standards. Any of you who are Michiganders know what I'm talking about, because it's not usually like this. Not at least this early in the year. Like usually, like August is like our muggiest month, July and August. Okay, so now I think we can go ahead and use our the little andesine beads. Let's do 1, 2, get in there, 3, and 4 there. And then we can do our 3 check glass faceted rounds. There, like that. So that'll be the one part, and then we'll have the gold chain in the middle, which I think we will go ahead and shorten that, or maybe we'll double it up. That would look good too. Okay, so now we can go ahead and close off this side. I'm just going to drop that little guy all the way down there. Let's bring that back up. Sometimes I wish I had like 5 hands so I could do everything at the same time. All right, so let's drop that down just a little bit. Then we're gonna make our loop. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing right now. I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but I have it flat against my mat so that I can try to put my wire through the crimp tube and a bead or two. And that way when I pick it up, I don't have stuff like sliding down on the other side. All right, well, I'm gonna have to pick it up and fix it. All right, so let's just have that go down through a couple of beads just to be on the safe side. And then we can just gently pull that up till we get it matching the other loop, okay? So we want it to be right about the same distance away from our little ring on the chandelier. Okay, so now we look good, okay? So now we can go ahead and get in there with our crimp pliers. Crimp that down. And then we can trim off our string, a little tail. Okay, so there's one part of it. I'll probably make the other one off camera so you guys don't have to sit through it. So I wonder, nope, I think I don't want to double it up. I think I definitely just want it to be one. But we can cut quite a bit off. So what we're going to do, just so that we, because I want to do both pieces at the same time. So let's just see where we're at, because we're going to be using a jump ring, so we know there's going to be a little space. So maybe right about here. I'm going to go ahead and trim this off. Okay, save that little chunk for another project. It'll go lovely into a nice little tassel. Let's go ahead and loop both of these onto this head pin just so we can get a good measurement. I'm going to cut them the same. So I'm going to cut right here. Oh my goodness, it doesn't want to cut for me. There it goes. Just wasn't pushing hard enough. All right, so now we have both of those pieces. Let's go ahead and attach one of our gold chains to our earring. And to jump up and grab some ear wires too. I thought I grabbed the gold ones, but I guess I didn't. I grabbed the silver ones by accident. So I'll have to grab those real quick. Okay. And then I think I want to use the flower for in the middle here. Let me grab a little head pin. I think we'll do a wire wrap, but then we'll also use a head pin to hang, or not a head pin, well, maybe I could just wire wrap it right on. I think I can do that instead. And I think I want to use the purple bead up at the top. I don't know, maybe I should use the purple bead. No, I want to use purple bead at the top. All right, so now that I'm done being indecisive, let's open him up. And let's just thread him right onto our loop here. There we go. I'm gonna hang on to the loop. I'm gonna use my round nose pliers for that because it's gonna get in there really good for me. I don't have any needle nose pliers. I need to get some just so I can get in those tiny spaces a lot easier. All right. My handles keep sliding off my, okay, got that. And I do need an eye pin. I didn't think I was gonna need eye pins, but I do. So I'm gonna grab that while I'm grabbing my gold ear wires. I do have everything much closer to me now to where I can find things a lot easier. So that's kind of nice. All right, so I got some gold ear wires here. Just need to, oops. There we go. And then let's get our head pin out for, because I do want to use that purple bead up at the top there. Get another one out for the other earring here. Okay. All right, so we got our eye pin. Let's go ahead and string this purple bead right onto it. And let's just do a simple loop here. So just fold it over. Trim off what you don't need. And let's just make a nice, just make a nice loop. Okay, could have been better, could have been worse. All right, so now I'm going to use the loop that I made to hang from here. And then put our ear wire on. And then we have one beautiful dangly earring. All right, you guys, I'll put the other one together and we'll come back and look at everything together. Okay, I'm bringing it back a little bit early because we're gonna go ahead and just do our little head pin and our little eye pin and our ear wire. So we're almost done with this. And then I'll try them on for you guys so you can see them. And that'll be it. We made a bracelet and a pair of earrings from Sam's Bead Box Wine and Berries. With the help of a little bit of our stuff from my own stash. Just a few things, not much. Okay, really pretty pair of earrings here. I feel like they're going to be nice and romantic looking and just really pretty. Maybe I can get my husband to take me to the winery and I can wear it. Go pick out some wine, go do a wine tasting. He's not a fan of wine. I like wine, but I like, I'm more of like a I like rosés and I like Rieslings. Those are my favorites. I'll drink a nice red wine when, you know, depending on the food I'm eating or whatever. But if I'm just going to have some wine just to sit and have a glass of wine, I like Riesling or rosés. And I like a drier Riesling, not something that's overly sweet, but I you know, I'm not gonna lie, I like a good Moscato every now and then too, a nice really sweet wine. But man, if I have more than a half a glass of that, I'm having a headache, and I would like to have a full glass of wine, not just a little baby half. All right. Okay, so there's our earrings. I think those turned out really, really cute. And our bracelet that goes with it. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna try these on for you guys. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, here are my earrings, and I think they turned out really pretty. They hang really nice. They turned out really cute. And then here's our bracelet. It's got our couple little dangles hanging from it. But I think the bracelet turned out beautiful too. Just real pretty. There, yeah, see, I like these earrings. I need to make some more like that. Those were fun and easy. So really simple pair of earrings, you guys, very simple bracelet. And again, if you don't have this box, it's okay. You can use the same kind of beads that you have in your stash, because I'm sure you have a lot of very similar beads in your stash if you do not have this box. But if you did want to sign up, don't forget I just put that link right there in the show notes for you and your coupon code. So if you want to try it out, you can. However, you can always just create from your own beads and just make a design that's just like it. I did it for years. Because I told you guys, I never wanted a subscription box. And now I like look back and I'm like, why didn't I get these subscription boxes sooner? It's insane. All right, you guys, I'm gonna go wash this mop because I can't take it any longer. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Much love to you all. And hopefully I'll get some more videos up this week, so that way I can make some before the wedding happens and all that craziness starts going on starting Friday. So much love to you all. Thanks, guys. Bye. And this is what Cheeto's doing. He's on my paper that I used to take pictures on, and he's laying right by the window on my other little desk, just sleeping. Upside down kitty. Oh, big stretch, Mr. Cheeto. Oh my goodness, you're so handsome.